Nobody's celebrating this man's death. Didn't y'all celebrate Osama bin Laden's? Y'all over here, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, goodbye. Like literally, I remember as a child in 2009 seeing y'all up in like Times Square with some funky glasses on, talking about with your drinks in the hand, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, goodbye. Y'all love celebrating motherfuckers' deaths. As long as it's not another white man's, y'all love it. So get out of my face with this moral complex, because you're not about to scare me. I don't care. What the hell? What the hell say? What the hell on? What the hell Barry? What the hell Bergen? What the Hello, my dear internet strangers. Welcome or welcome back. Hi. Hey. Hey. How y'all doing? I know it's been a while, and just to get this out of the way, I have been metaphorically fighting for my life. Okay, I have been gone, as you may be able to see. I've been gone for 2 months, I think now, and I wanted to apologize, but there is a very, very good reason why I was. I wanted to briefly, before we get into why I'm making this video, I don't even know what I'm going to be titling this video as of right now. I just wanted to make sure I have this video out, and so I can kind of just like say, hey, I'm not going to be doing that again to you guys, and without notice at least. But I think I'm going to start taking this channel much more seriously than what I started off with doing. I was really much just into work and trying to just, I don't know, I was just working, coming home. I had like this little routine. And then once I left my job in January, I had plans to start, working again, right? And it just didn't work out. So I've been basically unemployed for the last 8 months, 9 months, I think. And I've kind of just been all over the place doing like odd jobs here and there just to get by. And I'm kind of at my wits' end. I haven't had time to, do YouTube. Like I've had time to record videos, but I haven't had time to sit down for long periods of time and edit. And I have lacked a lot of motivation to do so, especially because I had kind of went through some sort of creative block. I didn't had no idea what to talk about, or maybe there was just so much to talk about at points where I didn't know how to confront the topic that I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I don't have, like, as of filming this video, what this is going to be, like what I'm actually going to title this video, what the thumbnail is going to look like. I have no idea, but I am going to put timestamps, so if you guys want to skip the part of why, where I kind of just explain why I have been gone, which I'm not through. So there's timestamps in the video, so if you're not interested in to know what the heck's been going on with me, you can go to the timestamps. I'll see you there. So I'll keep it short because this is already 4 minutes of me recording this, and I've been having a very hard time with editing. I can edit. I actually enjoy editing when I'm in there. It's just like after I film the video, I'm just like, I really don't want to edit. Or after I'm like gone and I've done something, I come back and I'm like, I really don't want to edit this video. I don't want to do this. So I had a video that was about like the man of the year trend, and I still have that video, but it's like 40 something minutes long. And every time I tried to sit down to edit it, I couldn't do it. And I just think it's probably because the video was kind of rushed, and I think I am going to scrap it for now and maybe include it into another, I'll just maybe include it into another video that has, where it's like relevant, that we bring up some of the stuff that I talked about. So I just kind of been in, like I said, a creative block and a content block, if I honestly, to be honest. And I just couldn't get myself to do it. I was so focused. I was so much in survival mode. I didn't want to take out the time to do the things that I enjoyed, because I kind of felt like I didn't deserve it. Because if I can't find a job, I shouldn't be sitting here on YouTube trying to, I was just trying to just get by basically. And I'm not gonna sit here and neglect my channel and neglect you guys anymore that I have, because like I've been on so many, the job market is so trash, and I know it has been trash for the last couple of years, but it's been so bad. Like every time I've applied to probably over 100 jobs by this point, and I've interviewed, I've done, there's always like someone more qualified than me. There's always something. There's always like something. I'm doing a good job, my resume looks nice, but there's always somebody that's either more qualified or just fits the company better. So I'm just taking it as my sign to kind of put everything that I can into this channel. And that's what exactly what you guys are going to be seeing from now on. I'm tired of like running this little rat race of working, doing Instacart and doing deliveries, Amazon deliveries is what I've been doing. And then coming home and going on Indeed and applying and going on interviews and doing, and it's like a thing. And I'm not even getting to the YouTube in like taking care of my channel, when that's probably what I should have been doing these entire 2 months. Like I have no idea where I would be if I put all that energy into this channel. So that's what I'm going to be doing going forward, is putting all my energy into this channel and kind of just going from there. I have a lot of fun things that I want to bring to my channel and bring to you guys. Another thing that I wanted to say before we get on to today's topic that I have no idea what it is. Um, I also wanted to say, in order for to make this easier on me, because I have been doing like a lot of editing and not being able to kind of keep up with it, I am definitely going to, and like keeping up with getting consistent content out, I'm going to start going live more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save the lives and maybe I'll clip them until we start, getting more people on the live with us. I'm not expecting, many people to be on the live. The first time I went live, it was like virtual, like, shorts kind of thing. So kind of anybody could scroll by and kind of enter your live. So I'm not expecting, I think I'm expecting probably 0 to 1 person the first time I go live regularly, like regular, to start like doing Reddit stories. We're gonna do any of like the TikTok stuff, that like TikTok videos that I don't want to like compile into like an edited video, and us like me reacting and whatever. I want us to like react live together eventually. I think that's what we'll be doing. And yeah, so I didn't really want to get super political on this channel as well, but you'll know by the title, like in this video, there's going to be political stuff in it, how the world is going. There's definitely going to be some political not information, but well, yeah, but political talk and commentary on here as well. So that's where the channel's headed. That's where I'm going next. You're gonna see a lot more of me, and you're probably gonna see more lives than actual like videos like this. I want to get used to going live more and interacting with you guys more. So that's what we're gonna be doing.
All right, thanks for coming to my TED.
Now on to the video. There has been a lot going on. It's like I left for like 2 seconds. I know it wasn't that long. I know it wasn't that short. But I left and I'm coming back to. I didn't even. I haven't been logged off social media, but I logged off out of YouTube, out of my channel for a little bit. And I'm coming back to just absolute madness. There's so much to talk about since I have been gone. This has been insane. And with recent events, it's gotten even worse. So it first started off like, oh my gosh. Let's start off but what I wanted to talk about, but time went on and I never got a chance to, is the whole situation in Love Island with Hula Hoop. If you know, you know. I can't say that woman's name because then her racist stands start coming over here, and I already know I'm gonna have to block a lot of people on this video because we're talking about two fan bases that are brutally racist people. And I'm gonna stop censoring myself so much with saying, like, trying with YouTube's um want to flag you for saying like certain words and stuff. I'm probably not going to always do that anymore. I don't care anymore because this is getting out of hand. But anyways, I know that this video is going to attract a lot of racist people, a lot of people that are just hateful, and that's okay. They can do what they want. You're gonna get blocked. Letting you know now, you're gonna get blocked. You can type your comment, probably be up for a little bit until I find that, and then you'll be blocked from the channel, and it just is what it is. You'll be able to probably see your comment, but nobody else is going to be able to see it. So you be talking to absolutely nobody. You and your delusion, okay, is who you're going to be talking to. So anyways, let's talk about everything that's been going on. And I feel like what's happened with Love Island was kind of like, what's the word, I don't know, like a catalyst. Like, it was like getting us prepared on, or at least black women prepared on what is to come for the next of these couple years. I already saw it on, what was it, November 4th, when that thing was reelected into office. I already saw it because I knew what it was like back in 2016 until the end of his pregnancy. How I felt around that time, just being a minority in um that height of the era. It was bad. It's like everybody just all of a sudden hated you, and you're like, wait a minute, what? It was such a shock. It was such a shock that I was like, wait a minute, I thought we were getting somewhere. I thought we were cool. What is going on? What is going on? And now we're back. We're back to that. 2020 happened, and then there was that whole storm, like January 6th thing, and I'm just like, okay, after that thing like didn't win the election. And so I thought it started to die down just a little bit after that. But yet it ran again. And I knew. I was like, there's no way he's gonna win. At the very, very beginning, I think it was like in 2023 or something. I was like, there's no way he's gonna win. But then as we got closer and closer and closer to election, I was like, oh no. And then it happened. And then I was like, oh no. And what I felt when he, came president again, what I felt was just everything. I felt the anxiety of everything that is kind of happening right now. I felt the anxiety that I feel now, basically, seeing everything happen, and probably what I'm going to be feeling in the future. Y'all know we haven't even been in a full year of his presidency. We still have basically 4 more years of this left. We have 3 and some months left, basically. But round it up, we still got. He's only been in office for a few months. He's been. Anyways, I say all of that to say, I knew, because especially when they started breaking down who was voting for who, I was like, oh.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right.
That Denzel Washington meme, that's exactly how I felt. Like, you. That's exactly how I felt. Because I'm like, wait a minute, I thought we were getting somewhere. I really, really did. I was seeing women of all races and nationalities and all over the country finally start to come together, talking about things that we all collectively experience when it comes to our, I don't know, just our womanhood and what we deal with in our lives, our personal lives, when it comes to, family, when it comes to romantic relationships and all this sort of kind of stuff. I thought we were, kind of ish on the same page. But then what happens? This man becomes back. That everything that's happened has happened since. So I had felt that betrayal, got over it. And then I felt another betrayal that was similar to it was pretty much the exact same betrayal that I felt when that thing was elected last year. Love Island. Yeah. That was a absolutely brutal time. I actually have several videos that I came on camera and I was going to start, I was defending Shelly, defending Olandria. I went off. Okay, I went off, but I had to delete it because I wasn't. I was very emotional, and I was so kind of. I guess I wasn't in shock, but I was just like, where is this coming from? I don't understand where this is coming from. It's like we're being pulled back 100 years, or not even 100 years, just like 20, 30 years ago, where everyone thought it was okay and comfortable in their, racism and things like that. And I was just so confused. So I ended up just deleting those videos, and I had nothing else to really, I was like motivated to talk about. So that's another reason why you guys didn't, well, if you guys watched the earlier part of where I've been, why I've been gone so long or whatever, you would know I had like some sort of content block, and I was like enthralled into Love Island universe. And I was expecting it to be the same as last year with season 6, which was the best season, um, one of the best seasons of Love Island, I would say. And I thought it was gonna be like that, but I thought, oh, we have bigger audience this time. Now it's gonna be like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting racism. I wasn't expecting Olandria and Shelly to be dragged through the mud. Black people have been fighting, fighting for their lives, fighting for those two girls in June and July and a bit through August. Fighting. There was EJ and freaking Jesse Wu. What happened with that Steph with the lies on TikTok where she lied on them and took a clip out of context? I was there for the live. I watched the entire live. So I knew once I saw the next day there was Jessie had posted something completely different on her TikTok about something else, and I looked at her comments and she had like just posted it, and I'm seeing all these nothing but comments about, oh, Jessie, you made fun of hallucinations, SA and all this other type of stuff, and you needed to apologize. She would never do that. Anyone that, I mean, and they were black women too, from what I was seeing. I'm like, are y'all stupid? Like, y'all are dumb. Some of y'all are really bird brain dumb. Like, y'all are dumber than the dodo brains that just would fall off a fucking cliff because they're so damn dumb. So that's how stupid some of y'all are. The way that I've seen so many black women go up for this girl that they want to look like so bad. So let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Okay? Because we already have that problem within our community where we put mixed women and light-skinned women on a pedestal because some of the self-hating dark-skinned black women want to be like them, want to look like them, want to kind of live through them, basically. I'm so sick of this. And to see it play out again, I mean, to see it play out in like in this way on such a just broad scale was absolutely mind-boggling to me. And like Jesse said, y'all are some raccoons for real. Like, get it together. Now is not the time. Now is not the time. Now we're in September, and yeah, it's past this. But I hope y'all know, with your stupid, slow selves, that we, with what we're doing now, y'all motherfuckers gonna eat your words. You going to eat them. But anyways, another thing I wanted to say is like, I don't really want to talk about like what exactly happened on Love Island because I'm just tired of it. I know if you have been watching anything that had to do with Love Island, you're tired of it and hearing of it. But here's just some of my random thoughts. Just because Huda is Palestinian, let me tell you something. That is an ethnicity. Let me do something real quick. I'm going to look up what an ethnicity is in a race because I think people are forgetting what a race is. She's white. Oh my god. I feel like
just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
everyone's like, well, she's a POC too. She's considered a POC, right? A person of color. But yeah, because she's has an ethnic background, she's like there's like the where I think believe it's a the Arab background and things like that. But do you not understand what race and ethnicity is? Just because you can be white and not Caucasian. Do you understand that? You can be white and not Irish. You can be white and not Russian. You can be, oh my God, you could be a white, like there's, I just, that woman is white. I don't understand. She's a spicy white, as some of y'all like to say. Golly, that woman is white. So let me put this up before y'all come for me. She's not white. She's not. Let's look at this. Is Palestinian a race? Palestinian is not a race, but an ethnic and national identity. So what the why you guys keep calling her Palestinian in refut like in re, like in rebuttal to what we're when we say that she was using white women tears. She's a white woman. Why? Why are people getting I'm confused, but anyways. So Palestinian is not a race, it's an ethnicity, okay? Right? So I'm glad we got that out of the way though. I'm glad we got that out of the way. So I don't want to hear no more BS. Okay, I don't want to hear no more I can't even talk. Bull about she's weaponizing her. Oh, well, she's white adjacent. She's not even adjacent. She's white. She's just not Caucasian. I think people are having a hard time like figuring out like just because somebody is like it's like you associate whiteness with strictly Caucasian or strictly European features or typical European features. Anyways, so next, and this is the Charlie Kirk thing. This is the I think this video is probably about just how the world is going up in flames. Charlie Kirk was Bobby Schmurdered in front of like a college campus in Utah debating some college kids, I think. And they are holding him as like the white Martin Luther King Jr. And technically for the white folks, he is. He pretty much is their version of Martin Luther King Jr. The only thing is that because Martin Luther King Jr. he was a political he wasn't a podcast bro or a political commentator or just a political comment. He was didn't he like work in the church or something? He actually had like a title, but Charlie Kirk he did it. He was literally just an influencer, if you ask me, and he is being held as the white Martin Luther King Jr. for the white folks. So let me say this, and I'm saying this because he in like if his death, like in light of his death, they have pulled down that flag in several places. They've had moment of silences at several stadiums, football stadiums for this man. Even though putting your knee on the ground was a big problem and was unconstitutional. But anyways, they had several moment of silences for him, and they are going to actually just found this out today. They are going to be making October 14th National Charlie Kirk Day. Let me show you. So this passed with apparently flying colors. At first, just a day or two ago, it was just going to be it was just up in the air. I thought it was going to be a joke. I thought it was a fucking joke. But it's going to be the National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. Okay, let's see. It has passed. Get this shit out of my face. The U.S. Senate has passed a resolution declaring October 13th, 2025, the birthday of conservative member, commentator, you would think it's a member, Charlie Kirk, as the National Day of Remembrance of Charlie Kirk. The new resolution designates the day as opportunity for Americans to reflect on Kirk's contribution to public debate and civic engagement. The resolution also recognizes Kirk for his contributions to civic education and public service and encourages educational institutions, civic organizations, and citizens. I'm on Fox, am I? I am. All right, we're done with that. Okay. Wait, what does it say? I'm sorry, but this administration is actually a joke. It's actually a joke. So, basically, if you don't know who Charlie Kirk is and what he did, then you're living under a fancy rock that I would love to come and rent from you. I would love to come join. So let's go on to TikTok. But let me say this. Nobody's celebrating this man's death. That was, if anybody seen the video, that was, I was like, oh, God damn. I've seen some pretty horrific things. I've seen something worse than that, to be honest with you. And I'm a bit desensitized. I can understand how other people are a little bit more shooken up than I am. But I wouldn't want to see that in person. I would probably be traumatized seeing somebody die right in front of me, no matter if he was a fascist bigot or whatever. It's shocking. It's just shocking. And nobody's celebrating that. Didn't y'all celebrate Osama bin Laden's death? Y'all over here, na 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 na, hey, goodbye. Like, literally, I remember as a child in 2009 seeing y'all up in like Times Square with your glasses on, some funky glasses on, talking about with your drinks in the hand, na 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 na, hey, goodbye. Y'all love celebrating motherfuckers' deaths, as long as it's not another white man's death. All right? Y'all love it. So get out of my face with this moral complex, because you're not about to scare me. I don't care. So anyways, I wanted to show you guys this video real bad, because I'm gonna get to the video I want to show you. But we all seen the Utah governor over here. First of all, we got the Utah governor praying that it wasn't one of them. It wasn't another white person. It wasn't, a conservative or whatever. It wasn't any. It wasn't somebody from Utah. He was hoping it was an immigrant or, but whatever. But this video is a good video because I didn't even know that this happened. I actually, if I did see any of these, I probably didn't know what the hell was going on. Or actually, that was probably easy to see. Don't know. And this is bad. So I'm going to end it off with this video because I want you to keep in mind, while everybody, especially, even if the idiots, they're probably not even going to get this far in the video, but even if they do, they don't care because they're troglodytes. And so there's nothing you can do with that. But this is what gets me. It's like there's all of this, like, basically free speech is being threatened, and it's only for the people on the left. Basically, you basically can't say everything hateful that he's that Kirk has done or said. And I mean, the things that he said is like, it's quite like easy to find. He's a YouTuber, he's a podcaster, he's a political commentator. They're everywhere, but now they're trying to scrub it. They're getting harder and harder to find clips. Of course there is, because we shouldn't remember him for what he's done. I mean, he's gonna have a whole Remembrance Day. Why should people not be reminded of what good that he has done? Basically saying, like, Black women like Joy Reid, Michelle Obama, and etc. Black women like me, we can't. We don't have the capacity to function. Basically, we don't have the capacity to do anything. We so dumb, we so stupid. Yeah. So I wanted to, anyways, I went off a little random tangent there. But for all the people that was like, you shouldn't celebrate his death, you shouldn't mock, which nobody's doing. And I don't think I have to tell anyone here not to celebrate somebody's death. I don't care what the hell you do, but don't do that here. Um, and it's just like a dark thing, to do. Nobody's doing that. People saying that they don't care is not equivalent. It's not equivalent to saying we're happy that he's dead. Saying you don't care or you're indifferent is just that. But look at what y'all do when one of us dies.
I'm gonna lose my mind if conservatives keep pretending like mocking Charlie Kirk's death makes you some disgusting, horrible human being, especially when they reacted to the death of nearly every black person in the last 15 years like this. Like, when Trayvon Martin died, they held meet and greets with George Zimmerman and asked him to sign bags of Skittles and cans of iced tea.
Did y'all know that? Because I sure as hell did it.
And the gun that he used to kill Trayvon Martin was auctioned off for like $250,000. Like, the hypocrisy is insane. Every single time a black person has been the victim of police brutality, you guys have dug up their entire history to try to prove that they somehow deserved it. But when we use Charlie Kirk's own words, you say that we're heartless and disgusting people for it. And even though I know that the entire conservative platform is just built on hypocrisy, the amount of gaslighting that I'm seeing is actually crazy. Like people saying, well, we never celebrated anyone's death. We never mocked anyone's death. We felt bad that those things happened. Like, we saw your reaction in real time. Your digital footprint is out there. Like, the same people who were just mocking Alligator Alcatraz, saying that immigrants were going to be the perfect meal and taking their families there for photo shoots, are trying to claim they have a moral high ground because we won't mourn the person who enabled that culture in the first place. You guys are delusional. You've genuinely lost it.
So my conclusion to all of this, to be honest with you, is this confirms it for me. Anybody saying that, oh, anybody saying some of the shit that they're saying, and hold on, it just it's like bringing awareness to me that these people want us to go back for real. They're taking women's rights. They're taking away a lot of people's rights. The LGBTQ plus, right? They're taking away the rights from us all. So they're trying to go back. There was that whole white men fight back, white men fight back, like fucking troglodytes that they are. They're saying they're fighting back because they feel like they are not the ones on top anymore, because other people have a fair chance to compete with them in things that whatever the hell that they built. They are very threatened by that. They've been threatened about that since they've been loud about their threat about that since Trump has been to office. So they see as other people getting rights as rights being taken away from them. So, women getting rights, oh, that takes away their rights somehow. It's because when women get rights, like, having autonomy on their own body, having, all these types of things that we have, being able to go to work and all this or whatever, it leaves them in a position to where they have to perform better than what their grandfathers had to do and what their ancestors have to do. They're jealous of what their grandfathers had. They want to have a woman at home to abuse. Honestly, they want to have the luxury to, I don't know, hose down black folks down the streets without any repercussions. They want to be able to own a slave. I mean, Charlie Kirk himself has said that we were better back off in the Jim Crow era and slave days because we didn't commit any crimes back then. Like the Second Amendment, where only slave owners and white folks basically were able to bear arms, but we weren't. So there's that. I mean, like, they want to have the upper hand. They want to go back to how bad things were. There's no other excuse. I mean, how bad things were for us. There's no other excuse as to why. There's no other excuse, because if you really truly felt like your something was like you like with your rights are in danger, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, you would just say that without trying to and explain that and try to fight for it without trying to take away somebody else's. But instead, they just go for everybody else. They go for everybody else until there's nothing, until there's no one else to blame. And then they'll start blaming people in their own community, right? And so they're always going to, these type of people are always going to be the type of people that they are. There's nothing we can do, honestly. They're evil. And the only thing that we can do is to continue to fight in some sort of way or not. But honestly, I don't have much hope. I kind of have lost hope. I think that we are screwed, and it's gonna be bad for a while. But it's gonna be it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad for a while, but then it'll get better, and then it'll get bad again. It's like always does in history. Like, you know, the era from, I don't know, like we went like a good I don't know, 15 years without, no, we didn't. I guess it's like 5 years on, 5 years off. 5 years on with no, with people being uncomfortable with being outright racist, and then 5 years on with people being comfortable again, and then 5 years off with people being uncomfortable, and then 5 years on people are uncomfortable again. You see what I'm saying? I'm starting to notice a pattern. It's like there's only like years in between where people are comfortable with being bigoted, fascist, hateful, whatever. Um, they're gonna be they're comfortable because they're loud now. They weren't being loud because their voices were being overpowered, but now, but now they're like, oh shoot. But I mean, sorry, but now they're like they have the power again because they have a, you know, a race, a terrible person in office. So that's, I mean, that's how it happens, and that's how it's gonna continue to be like this. I'm just tired. I'm fucking tired of it. I am. But you know, I just kind of wanted to just give my thoughts about it, just so you guys know where I stand, and so I can possibly lose a few people who have some hateful like ways of thinking and whatever. Like, y'all can go. Like, I'm not losing nobody. Please leave. And the ones who stay, and the ones who come, and I can't wait to see how this channel grows in the future, because the world is going to continue to go to shit. So let's try not to do too much in politics going forward unless it absolutely needs to be talked about. um I would try to, I want to kind of say this is kind of like I want to give this like an escapism type of vibe for this channel. That's why I started off as a gaming channel, to be like an escapism type of vibe. But I can't no more. I can't just stick to one thing. But we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming after this. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this far, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.